Alright, so we're gonna check out this new game, Alien Horizon. It's in preview alpha, and the publisher developer is Purple Nebula. Never heard of them before, but let's turn down the volume just a bit. Hopefully that's a okay volume level. Like I said, this is a preview alpha game. I've never seen or played this game before, so you're gonna learn along with me about this game. It does have very positive reviews on Steam, with 58 reviews so far, and the release date was January 30th, 2024. So let's go ahead and click New Game. Okay, we're gonna name our colony Lost In. Well, actually, let's call it Lost in Sim. That's kind of the name that I've been going with for all my other games. It says here that you can choose the latitude. Unfortunately, it's in a very small window right now. I'm hoping that's just the loading screen. But on my 4K monitor, it is really hard to see. We'll definitely do the tutorial first. Let me see if I can read this. Okay, so basically it says that it determines the amount of light that you receive and the temperature, obviously. So I guess we'll just go with 25 degrees. That is the default after all. Let's go ahead and check out what options we can do. Probably going to change this to Fahrenheit just because I'm in the US and that's what we use. Okay, autosave is set to game time. I'm not sure how that's going to affect everything. And every 24 hours game time it will autosave. And it will keep 3 autosaves. I guess we'll go with that. We'll set our graphics here. We'll push it to 4K. Okay, that kind of messed. See if I can switch it here in OBS so that it'll fit. Sorry, it's kind of. There we go. I think that's a little bit better. It appears that some of the screen is off of. Okay, we're gonna lose a little bit of the edges, but I think that should be okay. I guess we could actually. No, I guess we'll lose a little bit of the edges. That's not such a big deal. I'm hoping that this will eventually go to full screen. I don't know why it's in window mode. Let's see if we can find some other. We'll go ahead and set everything to high. I think we'll be fine with that. Okay, I think we'll be fine with that. So let's go ahead and jump into the game. I'm not exactly sure why this is in window mode. It's not even full screen window. It's just window, and there's no way of maximizing. Oh, whoa. Looks like we can edge scroll up, left, but not right and down. That's a little bit weird, so I guess we'll use the keys. Okay, landing tutorial. We made it. The landing was rough, but the ship managed to stay in one piece. Volunteers have been woken up from stasis and logistics vehicles have been unpacked. We can look around using the WASD keys or by dragging with right mouse button pressed and zoom using the mouse wheel. Okay, so zoom and then we can drag. I don't know why there's edge scrolling available, but you can only edge scroll left and up. That's a little bit odd. I think that's probably just a bug. If we ever get lost, we can center the camera on the ship with home. We can also rotate the camera using the middle mouse button or with E and Q. So E and Q, or by holding the middle mouse button and dragging. If we ever get confused, we can reset camera orientation by using end. So let's do that. Okay. It's a whole different orientation. That's weird. I kind of wish that this button wouldn't be flashing. That's kind of a distraction. We should take a look at our colony's situation in the status bar at the top of the screen and then consult objectives guide in the left part of the screen to figure out our next steps. Okay, so objectives are here. Oh wow. This looks... Okay, so we can drag the tutorial around, but we can't drag this around. Objectives tutorial. Objectives should guide our progression, telling us the recommended order at which we should do things. Little typo there, should be in which, I guess. We should stick to it at least in the beginning. Mouse over an objective to see its details. Dashed lines represent recommended prerequisites, while full ones are strict requirements. We can also pin objectives, and they'll always be visible in the upper right part of the screen. Some objectives have already been pinned. Okay, so these must be the objectives there. Once we've inspected our options, we should take a look at map overlays in the lower left corner to figure out where to start construction. Okay, this is a little bit buggy, which is to be expected for an alpha release. I can't see half of the buttons down here, and I don't know if there's any options maybe to set this as full screen. Let me check Steam real quick. Go to our library, properties. Okay, there's no option for full screen window, which is odd. And there's no option for full screen, which is also odd. Well, anyway, status tutorial. We should take a look at our colony's situation in the status bar at the top of the screen and then consult the objectives guide in the left part of the screen to figure out our next steps. Power overlay tutorial. This overlay shows how different power grids are connected. Each power grid is a continuous area painted with one color. See the legend in the lower left corner for color explanation. We can mouse over any grid to see more information. All structures that consume or produce power automatically connect to any grid they are directly adjacent to. This overlay will be automatically enabled when placing such structures. We can build power lines or utility lines when we need to connect structures together while allowing colonists and vehicles to pass through. Life support overlay tutorial. This overlay shows how different life support grids are connected. Each life support grid is a continuous area painted with one color. See the legend in the lower left corner for color explanation. We can mouse over any grid to see more information. All pressurized structures automatically connect to any grid they are directly adjacent to. This overlay will be automatically enabled when placing such structures. We can build utility lines when we need to connect structures together while allowing colonists and vehicles to pass through. Utility lines also connect power. Okay. So power security, build 10 solar arrays, build 3 wind turbines. I'm guessing that's going to be quite mandatory. Power security. Water exploration. Okay, so this is going to take a little bit of getting used to, but it looks like here this is our build menu, shortcut key F. It is telling us to build 10 solar arrays, so we'll probably go ahead and do that. Let's close out of this menu. Okay, so now it is letting us edge scroll up, down, left, and right. However, we still cannot okay, so this looks like mountainous regions. Doesn't look like we're going to be able to build anything there. It looks like this would be a fairly logical place to start building, and this over here as well. I'm not sure how these mountainous areas are going to affect where we can place things. Let's go ahead and maybe just try to build a couple of solar arrays. And power lines. Okay, hopefully that means that we are connected. We place the structure where it won't be connected to the ship's power grid. We can use power lines or utility lines to connect it. Okay. Once a structure blueprint is placed, logistics vehicles will carry construction resources to it from storage. We can stop placing blueprints by right-clicking and then select the highlighted logistics office for more information. Okay, so it looks like this is the logistics office. It's the makeshift one. Vehicles can recharge here when needed. When they do, they will take power from the connected power grid. Idle vehicles don't drain their batteries. Logistics office controls and sends out driverless logistics vehicles to automatically carry resources where they're needed, like construction sites, factories, or storages. We can specify what type of logistics vehicle this office should control by clicking the vehicle slots. If there are unassigned vehicles of that type, they will not be automatically assigned. If not, packed vehicles from storage will be transported here, unpacked and assigned. If the slot stays empty, we have no vehicle that can be assigned. Okay, so we have cargo vehicles and tankers. So far, passenger vehicles and surveyor vehicles. Okay, I'm guessing that that's connected. I'm hoping so. Life support. This structure requires life support. It needs to be pressurized with oxygen and nitrogen and heated with electricity to operate. Colonists present here can function without need of spacesuits. Life support providers, which are present on the ship or can be built, will supply this structure with the necessary gases as long as it's connected to life support grid. The amount of power needed for heating depends on outside temperature. We can see the current distribution of gases and interior temperature here. Ideally, oxygen and nitrogen should be full, while carbon dioxide should be empty. Okay, so far we are good on that. I don't know how to unpause here. Space. It says space. Let's see what this is. Show global resources. This is a list of all resources currently stored in our colony. We can click on any resources to cycle through storage spaces where it is stored. We can also sort them into categories if we want to. The structure selection window shows us properties and current state of currently selected structure. Each structure is comprised of several components, each of which has its own section in the window. The most important ones are present in the functionality category tab, but others may be present in other tabs. If a structure has no components of a certain category, the tab is disabled. Each section has an information button I we can click on to learn more about it. Structure placement tutorial. Now we can place a structure blueprint. We should pay attention to the placement ghost color. Red cannot be placed. Yellow can be placed, but there are issues. See next cursor. Green, all clear. We should avoid placing structures on areas with colored patches of the map as they can contain valuable resources. Now that we know what to build and where to build, we can start planning construction. We can see list of available structures in the build menu after clicking on the build button in the upper left corner. Once a structure blueprint is placed, logistics vehicles will carry construction resources to it from storage. We can stop placing blueprints by right-clicking. Okay, we already saw that, and we already saw that. Unfortunately, oh, there we go. Okay, let's go ahead and close that. Okay, looks like it's starting to play now. Alright, our logistics vehicles are going. Looks like we also need to build some wind turbines. Wind turbine. This overlay shows how much wind can be expected in different areas of the map. Dark blue and especially purple areas are good candidates for building wind turbines, while white ones are completely unsuitable. Okay, so construction workers have arrived at a construction site. They will build the structure over time. Progress is updated every hour. We can see the number of idle total construction workers in the rightmost part of the status bar. See construction office for more information. Oh, wait, we only needed 3. Well, that's too bad. I guess we'll do that. So it looks like the wind turbines can only be placed every other, which I guess is fine. We'll go ahead and place some solar arrays between it. Because they're adjacent, I think that means that power is automatically connected. So we will definitely have our 4 wind turbines. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so it looks like we overshot the power and security, but I think that will be fine in the long run. Geo survey capability. Build 1 prefab survey office. I don't know where a good place to build that would be. Let's go ahead and place it there. We are going to need to get power lines. And it looks like you can overlay power lines and utility lines, which is good. Hopefully once everything is built out, then it'll give us a few more options. Build one bunkhouse, survey one deposit, explore a sector, build one energy storage. Okay, so this is the one we're doing right now. Okay, so these two are the ones that we're doing right now. And it looks like we're not going to be able to do anything else until we complete these two. This structure requires workers to operate. We can see the workplaces, work slots. And colonists working in them. Each work slot is represented by a person's silhouette. Disabled, empty, filled. Okay, so any colonist can work here, any educated colonists, only colonists with engineering qualifications. Ships logistics, I think we've already seen that. Okay, so we can change the priority of things. Okay, we got our 3 wind turbines. I think that'll be fine. Looks like we got 8 of our 10 solar arrays going. Okay, there's a demolition mode. Hopefully after we get those 2 achievements and the geo survey capability, it'll unlock some other stuff. Let's go ahead and speed up just a bit. I don't know what this hope, so how long hope will last. Okay, let's pause real quick just so that we have time to digest what's going on here. We now have a more sustainable long-term power source. Now that we have renewable power, we should turn off our ship's reactor to save fuel. See the reactor. Okay, the reactor provides large amounts of power to the colony, but its fuel is limited and it's going to take a long time before we can make more. We can turn off the reactor by clicking on the 0 disable button. Okay, so let's disable our reactor. Let's unpause here. Okay, so we have 30 minutes of hope. Okay, so it looks like they're building the utility and power lines right now. Let's go ahead and speed that up. Okay, they are building the geo survey. Progress 20 of 50. 36 of 50. Okay, wake up colonists. The newly finished structure is going to need workers to operate. Some should reassign themselves on their own from the construction office, but that means we need more workers for the construction office. See the ship's core where stasis pod bay is. Oh wow, we got tons of people in stasis. Let's go up and wake up some. The stasis pod bay is where we can wake up colonists from stasis. Before we do so, we should check whether we have enough living spaces, jobs, food, water, and oxygen for them. The status bar at the top of the screen can tell us our situation. But we can also see a detailed breakdown of what kind of work slots are missing workers here in the middle. If we can't be bothered with figuring out who to wake up and just want to fill empty workplaces, we can click on the Select Needed button and the appropriate colonists will automatically be selected. We can wake up selected colonists using the Wake Up button. Select Needed. Let's wake those people up. Okay, surveying tool. Now that a survey office is constructed, we can start surveying the area around us for resources. Areas that have colored patches are likely to contain deposits. Different types of deposits have different colors. The window to the left allows us to add or remove points to survey. If a survey office is operational and a survey vehicle is available, it will be sent there and will reveal the area's deposits in a couple hours. We should also keep in mind that survey is not done at night. Okay, so let's add a survey. Let's do closest, I guess. Let's add one of the red ones also. Okay, let's pause real quick. We have found resource deposits proving that there are usable minerals and ores on this planet. Once we find another prefab and surveyor vehicle, we'll be able to build another survey office to speed up the process. Colonists are aware of objectives, and every time one is completed, their hope will last longer. Hope increases their morale, which helps with maintaining high productivity. A pin is displaying how long hope lasts. However, they also expect that their lives are actually going to improve and their expectations will rise. The objective screen contains the progress to higher expectations. Now that we found deposits to exploit, we can focus our efforts on exploring. Areas with question marks around the edges of the map are explorable sectors. Click on any to add it to the exploration queue, visible on the left side. Unexplored sectors that don't have a question mark can also be queued, but won't be explored until they are neighboring an explored sector. If a survey office is operational and a survey vehicle is available, it will be sent there, and the sector will be explored in a couple hours. To remove a sector, click on it again. Each survey office can be focused on surveying or exploring in its functionality tab, although it will perform the other action if there are no orders available. Okay. Oh. Okay, this overlay shows surveyed deposits. We can mouse over them to see the type of deposit, amount of useful resource, left in it and the grade, which determines how much of the mining cycle will be the useful resource. The rest will be stone. Okay. Oh, okay. So that's how we explore. Okay, well, let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, in terms of first impressions, I'm not exactly sure about this game. Okay, so it is nighttime, so it did say that at night exploration doesn't happen, or surveying I don't think happens either. Power and life support. Obviously when it's nighttime we don't get power. Okay, so we have high productivity. Health is fairly good. Morale is fairly good. Unfilled jobs, none. Unemployed, none. Free residents, no homeless. 46 population. Okay, looks like we've got power back. See what else we can build. Mining drill. I think. Yeah, we can put a mining drill, and we're gonna need power. And probably utilities as well. Looks like we need to build some housing. Prefab concrete plant. Okay, while mining drills do require life support like all other structures that need workers to operate, they are unique by having their own internal life support, which means they can operate without being connected. Oh. This allows them to function even far from the main colony. However, they still benefit from a connection because without it, our tankers have to... Oh, okay. So that's good. We'll do that. Okay, so hope is starting to decrease. Unfortunately, it looks like we didn't get... Oh, we did. Okay, we did. So let's add mining facility there. Okay, hope is really starting to run out. I don't know. Okay. Surveying is going... Okay, so let's pause real quick. Oops. Let's get another mining drill. We'll get that going. I think I will... try to connect this up. Ooh, I wasn't able to get that. Okay, so that's fine. That's fine. Let's get another couple of mining rigs going. I don't know if that's actually necessarily what I need to do. Ship's core. Let's pause real quick. Maintenance. Okay, it doesn't look like we need any workers right now. What does this say? Production recipes tutorial. This structure can produce different resources according to multiple recipes. You can select which one to use in the functionality tab of the selection window. Okay, resource converters convert one set of resources into another. We can see the necessary input resources in the requirements column and the produced output resources in the production column. Okay, so we need stone and sulfur. So for stone, do we have to build a mining drill? No. Okay, I'm a little bit confused on what it is we actually need to do. Water is running out. How do we get more water? Balance negative 29. Okay, so hopefully if we do that, it'll... So how do we get water? That seems like a pretty valuable resource. Um, oh, water security. Build. Wait. Build a mine on a water deposit. Okay, so what is the water deposit? Build a mine. Okay, so this is... Oh. Okay, so press R or T to rotate. Okay, so it looks like water is definitely very important, so we'll get those going. How do I set the priority? Okay, let's set those. We'll set those at a lower priority. We'll get those at a higher priority. And we'll see if we can get going on getting some more water. Hope is down to 16 minutes. Okay, I feel like I'm already gonna fail. Okay, objective complete. We have successfully explored another sector near us. Each sector we'll explore will give us better understanding of our geographical situation. We should focus on finding other ships. We could see Luna landing nearby during our descent. Its position has been marked on the map. We're progressing well through our short-term objectives. We should start thinking about medium-term as well. There are more objective categories in the objective screen we can take a look at. Okay, so we need to look for Luna. That's a surveyor. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what's the best way of doing that, but I feel like getting stuff queued up is probably a good way to go. We probably should start surveying some more. I feel like water is probably one of the most important resources. Oh, that doesn't work. Okay, well, anyway. We'll get that going. We'll look at our objectives. Self-reliance looks like it's probably... Objective complete. Ship discovery. We found another ship from the fleet. It contains valuable resources. Okay, let's... One of the other ships in our fleet, it contains valuable resources. Cargo ships carry valuable resources we need for our colony to expand. Whenever we find one, we should take a look at what resources it carries, especially vehicles and prefabs. We can transfer resources from a cargo ship to our colony by selecting the resources in the ship's storage and using the transfer button. Oh, we got a whole bunch of stuff. Prefab glassworks, prefab survey office, pack electrolysis, concrete. So packed tanker, packed cargo truck, medicine. Okay, I don't know what all we really need. Maybe solar panels? Industrial machinery. Well, I guess that's good for now. Okay. Mine 20 water. Um, Self-contained autonomous reactor. I'm guessing we're going to need some energy storage. Blocking another... Okay, we'll do that. I have no idea. We need a scar core, aluminum, mechanical components, pipes. We don't have a scar core, do we? Elemental PQRS. Well, anyway, we're getting on to about an hour in the stream. I think we'll probably leave it at an hour and maybe revisit this again. Okay. Insufficient construction resources, 15 industrial machinery, 5 mechanical components. Okay, so we need mechanical components and industrial machinery. How do we, what's the low air pressure? Okay, so are these not connected then? Industrial machinery, mechanical components. I think probably we need like 90 at least. We'll get that going. Industrial machinery, mechanical components. We're probably gonna have to get all of those, right? Okay, this is a lot harder than I was expecting it to be. Okay, we have more areas surveyed, unfilled jobs. Okay, so let's pause. Wake up, select needed. Oh wow. That's gonna kill our food. How do we get food production going? Okay, let's wake them up. We need food security. Research potato agronomy. Research build one hydroponic greenhouse. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I wish that you would still be able to click into these even if you can't do it. But we need to go and make sure that we grab all the food that we can get. So packaged food, we need to just get it. How do we connect to life support? Okay, wait, is this being built or not? Yeah, okay. That should be being built. Okay, those aren't built yet. Should be morning fairly soon, so hopefully we'll be able to get that going. Resource running out. We got a couple more water mines coming. Let's go ahead and build some more just in case. Wait, it's messing with another entrance. Okay, so we've secured water. I think I'll go ahead and leave that there. We have 2.5 seasons. A season seems to be about 45... No, 2 seasons seemed to be about 45 minutes or something. Oh, it does look like we can build some other stuff. Hopefully we'll get life support going, because we really need to have a supply of food. Looks like... Yeah, our balance... Okay, we have 6.6 years of reserves for food. Oxygen is going to be a big one. But we'll go ahead and leave it there. Let's go ahead and save the game. This is a kind of interesting game. I think it needs to be a little bit more intuitive. I mean, there's lots of tutorial, which is helpful, but some of these things need to be unlocked so that you can hover over it and see what you need to get that. That would be my biggest suggestion at this time. I feel like this game is going to be super complex once you make your colony extremely big. Buildable land actually is not that big. We have a big area here and a rather big area here, but I feel like we're really going to get squeezed once our colony is super big. So this will definitely be a challenge. But again, I'll leave it there. This has been Alien Horizon, the preview alpha release. You can go ahead and get it on Steam. I think it's an open alpha, so anyone should be able to play it. But we'll go ahead and leave it there. Thanks so much if you've joined me, and maybe I'll see you next time.